Brooks, you had the luxury of helping to build the goals for 4-foot soccer. You and your brother have marked the fields before the games. You hung around and picked up the trash after the games. You've played in 4-foot soccer, of course, since it started. And originally, the reason we got the idea for starting 4-foot here locally is we took a group from your team, some of the best players on our team, and went to McKinney, Texas, and played in a tournament. And do you remember the first team that we played in that tournament? And what do you remember about that team and about that game?
They were female, and they beat us bad.
How bad?
I don't remember.
Do you try to block that game out?
Yes.
Do you feel like the girls that y'all played in that game were very skilled?
They were skilled.
Have you played any teams in 4v4 tournaments that were not skilled?
No, they all have skill. Yes, they have played it. We were the worst team.
Do you feel that the teams that play 3v3 tournaments and 4v4 tournaments develop better skill?
They do. Much more touches and movement makes a better player.
Well, what are some of the things that you like about playing 4-foot?
The fast-paced games, and competition is high. There's a few teams that are not skilled.
When we go to these tournaments, in a tournament, there are 12-minute halves. I know at 4-foot we play 20-minute halves just to give you more playing time and longer playing time. But when you play a tournament and the half is only 12 minutes long, when they blow the whistle, is it a high intense game?
You're worn out. You don't stop running. The intensity is very high.
So if you're playing 2 45-minute halves, do you have to pace yourself in order to complete the whole game? You're going to play 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play at that high of an intensity, would you make a 90-minute game?
No, cannot. Would die. Exhaustion.
So when you're playing 4-foot, it's very intense. It's quick movements. Do you have to think faster in a game like that?
Think really quick.
Do you have to know?
There's not as many decisions to make. The decisions are hard. You have to think quickly.
So if your teammate has the ball, do you have to make movements off of the ball?
Immediately. Move immediately. Because if you're caught flat, then they take it down and they score.
Now, you've played ODP before. You've had some excellent coaching in the past. Do your coaches normally break you into small games when you practice?
Most of the good coaches do.
And then when you go to soccer camps, you've been to SMU, you've been to Centenary, you've been North Carolina. Do they break you down in small-sided games during your practices?
Yeah, most of the camps I went to did. SMU didn't.
Do you see a benefit in playing with smaller numbers?
I do. I think it's more fun than the actual game, personally.
Well, when you're playing on a big field, do you still you're still gonna be playing with triangles and diamonds? You're gonna be playing 3s and 4s.
Goes over to the big field.
All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate it, and I thank you for all the field marking.
Mm-hmm.